Hi, it's 3 o'clock right on the dot, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I wanted to go over a couple of things today. The first thing is I'm gonna just kind of explain what led up to my decision of starting my own business. And then I also want to go over some of the four most common misconceptions that there are with network marketing or social marketing. So first, about me, I'm 28 years old and I was born and raised in California, still here. I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom, and I also work from home full-time, which is pretty rad. Before I started my Arbonne business, I was in a place of a lot of fear and worry because I really, I saw myself being somewhere. I wanted to be successful in my own right and have success independent of anyone else, but I really didn't know how I was going to get there. And so I was just in a lot of fear. And I know that's like pretty common with a lot of people. So I started to just like pray for an opportunity to come my way and to, something that was going to just help me get to where I wanted to be, but also not take me out of the home and have to go to work full time and have to leave my son at daycare. Like, I was really praying for a way to have financial freedom. And so my friend, who is now my upline, came over and she kind of explained this Arbonne thing to me. And to be honest, I was really not interested at first. I really didn't see myself doing anything like that. But then she kind of like went over the compensation plan with me. And when I saw that number next to National Vice President, something in me kind of just flipped. Like, I looked at that number and I thought to myself, like, wow, this could be the thing that could completely change my life. The thing that I've been praying for. But having said that, I still didn't say yes. And I think I'll explain why when I go over all the misconceptions, because I was so scared. I was so scared to do something new and something that I've never done before. I was afraid of what people would think if I got on social media and started doing all of this stuff. So I think about a year went by. And she kept kind of like dripping on me here and there, like, you could really do this. This could really be the thing that you need. And I eventually got to the place to where I was just like, let's try it. Like, what do I have to lose? Obviously, what I'm doing right now is not gonna get me to where I wanna be. So I'm willing to try it. But the thing is when I started, I decided with my whole heart that I was gonna give it my all and completely dedicate myself to this, because I know that I'm worthy of an abundant life and I'm worthy of having the life that I desire and a life of financial freedom. So when I decided with the intention of going all the way to MVP. When I started my business though, I joined the business without ever having tried a single Arbonne product. And it's because when I finally decided to do it, something happened. Like, for the first time, I finally believed in myself, like wholeheartedly believed in myself, and knew that, okay, I'm gonna make this work. And I believed in the business model too, because I saw other people having such amazing success and they were no different than me. So, but then I tried the products and I did my first round of 30 days. The 30-day clean eating challenge, or the 30 days to healthy living. It's the same thing. And then it was game over. I did not realize how much my body needed to be cleansed. Like, I was walking around so tired, so moody. I wasn't sleeping. I had acid reflux so bad. I had acne. And I really didn't realize that I needed this, So once I tried the products, that's when my passion really kind of ignited. because I realized like, wow, I can help so many people because I know so many people feel just like me. And I also, I have always had a really bad relationship with food, a really bad relationship with my own body. And so when I did my first clean eating challenge, I began to heal that, and I felt healed, and I knew that if I could feel this good, I could help so many people feel this good too. And so I started the business, I did the products, I tried the products, and I fell in love. And so I'm here today now, still on my journey, and I wanted to share with you a little bit about some of the misconceptions that I get, because now that I'm in the business, I'm having a lot of conversations with people. And one of the things that I keep noticing is that everybody has the same fears. Like, they might look a little bit different, but they're all rooted in the same place. So, and remember, I said that it took me over a year to finally say yes, and it's because I had these fears too. So the first one I want to go over, which is a pretty big one, I'm sure you probably already know what it is, but the first one is it's a pyramid scheme. Really? It's not a pyramid scheme. Okay, first thing, I'm not a bullshitter and I'm not a sucker. And I would not still be doing this and still be as dedicated, committed, and passionate about what I do if I felt like in any way that I was being had, in some way. So it's not a pyramid scheme. And the easiest thing for somebody to do to kind of differentiate the difference between a pyramid scheme and network marketing, or Arbonne, specifically Arbonne, is just Google it. All you gotta do is Google it. Educate yourself, and you'll get the answer. Because in the beginning, when I first started my business, I'll admit, when someone said to me that, that's a pyramid scheme, it used to really affect me. Like, it kind of made me feel like, oh God, like, am I doing that? But the longer I stayed committed, and the longer I really saw my life starting to unfold and all of these gifts that I've been given, like, it doesn't bother me anymore. And it still happens. Really, my response now when someone says that is, that's really unfortunate that you think that way. Because it's sad. So the next one, this is probably the one that I get most often. I should have said this one first, but this one is probably the main reason why people really don't want to do this, is because they think they don't have time. I don't have time either. Nobody has time. Unless you're really like sitting on the couch doing absolutely nothing all day, then maybe you have like a shitload of time. But at the end of the day, you can find time. If you want something bad enough in your life, and if you're willing to do the things it takes to get you there, then you can find time. You can carve out time in your day to work on those things to get you towards your goals. We have a massive business, okay? And some of the people who are MVPs and who are at the very top started this business as doctors, full-time Air Force. We have a number of military members. We have full-time students. We have people who are very successful in their corporate jobs. And we have moms who have 5 or 6 kids. None of them have time. None of them. So the only difference, or what with them and myself, is we're willing to fit this business into the very little time that we do have, because we do want to have an abundant life, and we do want to live a life of financial freedom. So if you want that bad enough, you're going to sacrifice maybe the little bit of free time that you have now to make sure that you have unlimited time, money, freedom, choices in the future. The reason I started this business, for me personally, it was because not only for myself, like I wanted to be a successful, independent woman, and I wanted to have that in my own right, but I saw, My man, we're a one-income family. We were a one-income family. And he was supporting us 100%, working tirelessly, just hustling and grinding every day, while I got to stay home and be with our son. And I wanted to give him the option of coming home and spending more time with us and not feeling like he has to burn himself out just so we can stay afloat a little bit. And my other main reason for doing this was for my son. Sorry. I want to give him anything that he wants, like reasonably, and if he's good. But I want to be able to be prepared for those moments when he comes to me and says, "Mommy, I want these shoes," or "Mommy, I want to go to this camp," or "Mom, I want to go to this school." And I want to be able to say, "Yes, son, you can have that. You deserve that. I'll give that to you." Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. But that's the reason why I'm doing this, is because I want to be prepared for those moments where it's going to take some money and it's going to take finances to support those situations. And I want to be able to just say yes, and not be burdened by the fact that, oh, we can't afford that. So because of my passion and my drive, those are the reasons that makes me want to go to where I want to go. I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of free time that I have now, that I would probably be, watching Netflix or on social media or doing something that's not going to benefit me. I can sacrifice 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, an hour before bed. It really does not take that much, but I'm willing to do that. You just got to want it bad enough and you'll do it. Another big reason is I'm not a salesperson. Me neither. I am not a salesperson at all. Honestly, I hate sales. It makes me really uncomfortable. But what I am is somebody who, I love products, and I love really good products. And before I started my business with Arbonne, I was already naturally marketing for companies that don't do anything for me. If someone were to ask me, what kind of mascara are you wearing? I'm gonna tell them. If someone asks me, what pre-workout do you use? I'll tell them. What protein do you use? I'll tell them. But at the end of the day, all of those people who are going to, Target or GNC or Sephora to buy the product that I was talking about, none of them are paying my bills. None of them are putting food on my table. And the only difference between then and now is the fact that I use Arbonne products now. Why? Because they're freaking awesome and they do what they say and they work. So I'm just naturally marketing products that I use personally, and I'm getting a paycheck for it. It's really simple. And another really big one is I'm not big on social media. This is a really simple one because you can learn. It's really easy. I was not big on social media either. I'm naturally I'm an introvert. I'm private. I'm kind of shy. Doing something like this is like a live video is completely nerve-wracking. But I was trained to do it and I was taught how to do it. So if you're not big on social media now, you can learn how to do social media. Don't let that stop you from, don't let that be a reason for you to not, take a look at this business. So those are only 4 though. And I'm telling you, I had all 4 of those fears or misconceptions too before I finally decided to say yes. So I think it's completely normal for anybody to feel that way. And I just hope that I was able to maybe clear that up, or maybe put your mind at ease a little bit and let you see it for what it really is. Because anytime that I can kind of clarify what I do is totally worth it. So let me know if you are more interested, or if you're interested in learning more about what I do, because I'd love to share it with you. And I hope everybody has an awesome rest of their Wednesday. Okay, bye.